Hey guys, and welcome back to Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. In this part, we're finishing up Chapter 2. So, yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Completion. Can you smell it?
Well, not that guy, because he doesn't have a nose.
Smells like dead jabbies.
What was that? What was that, Master Yoda? I feel as if... No, it's Obi-Wan. I feel as if 1,000 voices cried out in terror, and then we're suddenly silenced.
You only got 77. Frickin'.
Guys, get back here. You can have your nap later. So yes, you need to bring all 101 with you, otherwise this section won't happen. Or this cutscene won't happen.
101 peonies. God forbid they mate.
Oh, a green star. We're going to have to collect 120 of those in a later game.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yoink! I love how he does
Son
that.
of a bitch.
I love Lord Crump. He's one of my favorite recurring bad guys in the entire game. Because he's... I don't know if it's just me. I'm really fond of characters that are full of themselves, even though they don't have any redeeming qualities, like, at all. Like,
What I
I
don't
don't know.
know is how do you how do you go and pronounce his iconic, well, I wouldn't say iconic, but his distinctive laugh?
Like...
It's like, buh, buh.
Yeah, it's like a dumbass kind of, like...
A remote time bomb detonator.
Okay, so what was the set you were talking about for the speed run?
It starts. It fucking starts. Okay. So the glitch that they utilize for the AGDQ run or the SGDQ run, one of those two, it's a speed run. Their end result is that you sequence break through the Great Tree where you don't have to do most of the puny shit. Thing is, you start the countdown initiation sequence earlier than intended. But then you also go through the plot event that causes the countdown to initiate a second time. So because the countdown starts twice, it overrides the first countdown, but doesn't react to the event flag that causes the countdown to stop ticking.
Oh.
So for an entire chapter, maybe a chapter and a half, through the entire glitch split, you have this countdown sound effect playing through the entire fucking trip.
When does it turn off? How does it turn off?
Something triggers the countdown to stop. But you are playing through an entire chapter of Paper Mario with this ticking. It doesn't stop. Not through load screens, not through the Bowser stuff, not through the Peach sequences. It just keeps ticking. I love the runner who did Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. He did the game fine, but I could not finish that run because I got so sick of the ticking. It was that obnoxious.
You couldn't like fast. Oh well, you were watching it live, so it's not like you could
Yes.
fast.
In retrospect, I was able to put up with it because it was an entertaining run, especially with the Flavio stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting to that later when that's relevant.
Holy shit, my ears, my poor ears.
Now I've never actually let the countdown go down to 0, and because the countdown goes down during that conversation, I'm kind of wondering what happens if it blows up during the middle of like Crump talking or whatnot. I'm assuming it's just an explosion effect and then a game over, but yeah.
Second there, I thought he was escaping on a Mario Party 5 capsule.
This kind of looks like the final boss of Sonic CD. Okay, no, it's nothing.
Again, they go for the whole like papercraft kind of thing for quite a few bosses in this game. There's only actually a handful that don't. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 are the only ones that don't really go for a papercraft kind of look. And those bosses are enjoyable on their own merits too. But it's just a very unique kind of look that's not overplayed. Which is nice. But for this battle, I do recommend having Goombella. No, actually, he's got defense. I think you actually do the same amount of damage with Goombella or Flurry out, because I think Flurry's attack does 3 damage, so you'd be doing 2, and you'd be doing 2 with Goombella if you have her powered up like I do. So keep Goombella out, because Flurry is stupid. Yeah. I also like the line, I can't tell if this robot looks really, really cool or really, really stupid. So, yeah.
Hey, we've all had that moment with something.
We've all made something like this in kindergarten.
Oh no, we all made like the coolest robot ever, and you know it just ended up being like.
Yeah, I couldn't fit in
Wait,
mine though.
Was the robot trying to decide who to step on?
It's just trying to fake you out. Really, is the thing.
Oh, so you can't trigger a dodge.
Yeah, Magnus von Grappel's attacks are actually some of the harder ones for me to, even just regularly guard effectively. I'm sure that learning to super guard every attack in the game is important to speedrunning it effectively, because Danger Mario is actually doable in this game relatively. I won't say relatively easily, but it's easier to do than in the original Paper Mario, because you can super guard every attack. So you know, learning to super guard everything has to be important for speedrunners to keep the most damage going. That speedrunner you were watching, John, did he do Danger Mario, or was it too early in the game for him to even get the right
He begun using Danger Mario as early as he possibly could, but that was after the ticking.
So how does that thing work? Is it like a rhythm game? Or you hit the button?
No, okay, so basically the meter goes up from the left to the right. When the meter crosses paths with those circles, you press the A button. They're randomly the circles are randomly placed each time. The only thing that's consistent is the amount of circles per each stage, if that makes any sense. So
yeah. I would say Lewis, Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, so a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like I said,
that was rhythm.
Easy enough to understand. Well, yeah, it was a rhythm game.
Hey, I matched 3 mushrooms that time. Technically.
Yeah, but one of them was not like the other.
Those racist fucks.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I do like about this game is, you know, they do pay attention to the audience a lot of the times. Like here, on our half of the stage, we've got all the punies watching, and on the other, there's X-Nauts. Like, there's a lot of little touches like that hidden throughout the game, and I think that's pretty neat.
I'm surprised you're able to get your action commands correctly with the bigger hitbox. I suck personally when an enemy is like high up on the stage and I have to time a super jump just right, because most often than not I'm missing.
Oh no, it takes some practice and a little bit of luck in order to do that correctly.
Your character sort of gets lost up in the curtains.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is for me.
For me, more it's just the timing of Mario has to jump longer in order to reach up there, and it messes up and so there's not as much of a downward motion for when he's jumping on their head, and that's normally when I'm looking to press the A button. So.
Well, eventually you just have to learn the timing and time it without relying on what your eyes tell you. Like a Jedi, you know?
Well, that's one.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, well, 2 technically.
119 to go.
Wait. Oh, wait, Mario Galaxy. Oh, right. Yeah, but were they made
Mario
out of...
Galaxy 2.
Well, there were green stars in Mario Galaxy.
There were 3 green stars in Mario Galaxy.
Hey, that means we get to fight 3 more Magnus von Grapples. I'm not going to be too upset about that. So, yeah.
That concludes chapter 2.
Yes. This is one of the more basic chapters in the game plot-wise, because they're really just trying to introduce Mario to the X-Nauts. So there's not an awful lot going on there, but I think it's a pretty fun chapter. It's got a unique aesthetic at the very least. And I think, you know, the chapter coming after this is one of the best in the game. So, you know, I can't complain about it too much.
I think everybody and their grandmother that plays Paper Mario always talks about the glitz pit. The glitz pit.
Oh, I'm not the only one who does that. Awesome. But no, the glitz pit's one of the most memorable chapters in the game, not only due to its aesthetic, but also to its progression, which is pretty unique, so. Yeah, more Grotus.
Hail, screw.
What?
Spaceballs reference.
Oh, okay. I'll get to watching that eventually. Lewis, did you watch that?
Nope.
You have the DVD. I mean,
I haven't watched it yet.
I
I haven't
mean,
had the time.
yeah. Like, I mean, I guess I don't have an excuse either because I believe it's on Netflix. But yeah,
Yeah, I just haven't had the time to watch a movie lately.
yeah. The kind of interesting thing about the Xnauts is that you don't see them very much as Mario at the very least. You see them in Chapter 2. We don't encounter them again as Mario until Chapter 5, the end of Chapter 5, actually.
Mm.
And then you're not seeing them again until Chapter 7. So they're actually out of the picture for the most part, and it gives the game kind of, I don't want to say a vignette sort of feeling, but it kind of feels like there's a lot of separate stories going on, which I enjoy personally.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to dwell for too long on one enemy type in this kind of game. It would get boring.
Yeah. This Peach mission. I remember this one.
Keeping in tradition with the original Paper Mario, I see as far as Peach being playable for 5 minutes in between chapters.
Yeah, basically. There's always a new little mini game or segment going on with Peach, just to mix up the pacing of the game. There's a couple of them that are kind of remixes on stuff you did in Paper Mario 1, particularly the cake making minigame. But we'll be getting to those later. This is actually a completely new kind of scenario where we indulge Tech's creepy fanfiction fantasies. So, yeah.
Well, instant access to Tumblr. I don't like.
Oh. Well, yeah, he should be getting decent internet service.
Actually, despite all Tech's advancements, he still runs on a 56K modem.
Oh, God. Oh, that's what all this extra machinery's for, so that he can get onto, like, 1998 Internet Explorer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, worse. Netscape.
Oh, God. Even I remember Netscape. Never again. No, you know what I'm actually imagining? Like, messages between Tech and Grotus on 90s AOL, styled IM.
You've got mail.
File's done.
Um,
And it's a copy Peach.
this is strange.
It should have been pink gold, you're right.
Well, it would have been a little less out of nowhere if Pink Gold Peach appeared here.
And I'm dancing with myself, dancing with myself.
Oh, it's a quick time event.
Yeah, basically, you don't really even have to do anything here. You just kind of have to just press the buttons. Like, you can make mistakes and, like, nothing happens. It's just kind of a weird thing.
Kind of looks like she has ants in her pants if you fuck up, though.
I can't remember the last time I messed up, though. Really just
it's just a quick wiggling. It's like you stumble.
You have to press the wrong button, because I think the time frame in which you have to press it is pretty lenient. So you'd have to press B instead of A in order to see it, if I remember correctly.
So what did you think? I'm calling it HoloLens.
It's not blocky enough.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm just not impressed.
What is fun?
Well, I'm not going to do that song.
Okay, wow. That was an odd little interlude.
Mario, send help. The computer's talking to me again.
I had to dance with myself.
Oh. He has to analyze the dancing. Okay, sure, whatever. You're weird. But, it's pretty charming. Like, I like the interaction between Tech and Peach.
Yeah.
It's a nice little subplot, and it keeps her in the game as opposed to just kind of being a goal at the end.
But more importantly, we have the most important character of all coming up.
Oh, you mean the most important character in video games, period? Fucking love Bowser. like one of these days I should just start a Mario playthrough of any game and have him conquer the Mushroom Kingdom, and then just turn it off and not finish on purpose. Just so there's one continuity where Bowser succeeds. Oh wait, Lewis, have you heard about this part of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door?
No.
Oh, so
Wait, hang on. Are we?
Super Bowser Brothers. This
Oh, that's
the
glorious.
the overwhelmingly positive fan reception to the Super Bowser Brothers segments in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door are part of what led to Super Paper Mario being a 2D game in the first place.
I was gonna ask that, and
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I'm pretty sure it wasn't the entire reason
Oh
behind
God,
it.
he has the gigantic mushroom from the new Super Mario Brothers games.
Yep.
so about a year and a half or 2 years before it debuted.
I also love that if you get him that big, he won't fit into the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty short and painfully easy, but they're just a fun little interlude.
Yeah, they're more for flavor than for actual gameplay, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
enough
and
for
again,
that
they had an
purpose.
appeal because I think, as one of you said in one of the earlier parts, it was years before we had another 2D Mario game. Since World, actually, if we're not counting Yoshi's Island. So to see something like that was very appealing, charming, I would say.
Not to mention that like it's a unique throwback to the original Super Mario Brothers, even in the sense that the music it's the Mario music, but it's played with the Bowser electric guitar too. So it's just it's a fun it's a nostalgia trip, but it's a fun twist on it. So it's not just oh look we've got raccoon tails everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, but at this point, though, in time, when this game came out, Nintendo also wasn't as heavy-handed about, milking the nostalgia.
Yeah, like it's a throwback more than a nostalgia trip, I would say.
Yeah, it's just, it's more charming because it wasn't happening all the bloody time back then.
Yeah. Another thing that I love about these Bowser segments is that Bowser is eternally one chapter behind you throughout the entire game. So like he goes to Petalburg in this segment, and he'll go to the puny tree in the next one, and I find that endlessly amusing.
Who hangs their posters out on the outside of a window?
That guy's
that weird guy.
Yeah, that guy. I think if you go into his house, he's got like a shrine dedicated to Peach.
Yeah, he does.
It's a little creepy, actually.
A little.
He's just a Super Princess Peach fan.
There's one of those.
Yeah,